All right, we back. We back with another one. We'll talk about the Detroit Pistons as their season wind down. It's roughly about 18, 19, 17 games, depending on. We got replays, whatever. But if you're a Killian fan, I heard he had a good showing in Sacramento. Here, the guys in the Pistons group, how Hellenberger didn't do this, Hellenberg didn't do that. So I really have Hellenberg right now. I don't mean I want to have him down the line. But if you're talking about the best case scenario, if we do get inside the top 5 or top 4, we projected to have the third best chance to rise up in the draft to have the third pick. All right, and if it's Kay Cunningham and Suggs in that situation, I think the Pistons are in the best situation that they need a scorer. Despite even before we get to talking about Jalen Green being a better fit than Killian Hayes, and I finally seen Jalen Green, and I fucking love him. All right, he is an animal. But let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. I do appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Just keep sharing the video. Best way to support. But if you want to make a financial donation, Cash App, PayPal description. But just share the video for your boy. But just talking about his talent, he exactly what the Pistons need. Because Jeremy Grant he doesn't score as effortlessly as Jalen Green do. You look at the makeup of the team, right? Let's talk about the 5 that we think, is going to be the best 5. You talk about guys like Killian Hayes. Outside of shooting guard, they really don't have, you got Wayne Ellington. You got a few guys, but you just talk about the 5 guys we talk about. Let's just do Killian, Dubois, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Stewart. Out of the guys I named, who can get their own shot consistently and effortlessly? I think Jeremy Grant shown to get his shot consistently, but effortlessly, they don't have a Jalen Green. You have guys who can facilitate, guys who can pass, guys who can make guys better as far as Killian Hayes. You have the point guard that can facilitate, all right? But you don't have what drives this league today. I mean, what drove it, going back. You don't have the dynamic scorer. If it was Wilt Chamberlain, if it was Hakeem Olajuwon, if it was Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, you don't have that guy who could just go out there and be kill. We ain't had a guy on the Pistons I can remember out of the big guys. Vinnie Johnson, Ben Gordon at one point, they were killers. You tell me I can have a kid that's 6'6", long, and that can kill. We ain't had no. I mean, that kid screams all-star of the day minimum. If he don't get, his focus don't get through off the court. All-star game minimum. That's what he screams. And to have a guy in Detroit, even when you had Isaiah Thomas, you had Dave Ben, he was a tremendous player as well too. But if you have Isaiah Thomas, he was more of a facilitator, point guard. He could score, but you didn't have a Bernard King. You didn't have a Michael Jordan. You didn't have a Reggie Miller. You didn't have that guy that was going to go there, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady. We never had that in Detroit. If you believe you got your point guard of the future or the president of the future, it ain't even no thing about no Evan Mobley. Oh, can he play with Stewart? It ain't none of that. Best case scenario, you want Jalen Green. Because he can go out there and get you 20 points a night. Easily. He going to go out there and get an easy 20. He going to go out there and get the offensive aggression. Killian, Jeremy Grant, and Bay going to get him defensively get him an identity. He gonna be, and he can create too. So imagine if you gotta play Jalen Green when he get there, where he could just get to the bucket, score, and imagine he showed the ability to kick it out. Guess what? Grant is in the best case scenario too, because guess what? When they start trapping and doubling, trying to get the ball out of Green hand, Grant right there to be another 20-point scorer. If they get out there and run, Jeremy Grant can run, Baker run. You still got Dubois can run, Isaiah Stewart can run. So really, this team really is gonna hinge. Cause I know what Green gonna get if he stay focused. This team really hinges on Killian Hayes and Isaiah Stewart development. If those 2 guys are able to develop defensively, at least, this team gonna be dangerous. If Killian Hayes can be just 50% of Jason Kidd at his best, this team going to be dangerous. And really for him, it's going to be about him asserting himself as a scorer. Because people going to back off of him. Not as a shooter, people going to back off him. He got to be aggressive. And some days it's going to be, if you get Green or whoever you get, they're going to stay on those guys. They're going to make Killian Hayes score. So really, offensively is what he got to develop. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you got 6'5" and 6'6" in the backcourt. That's ideal. You know what I'm saying? So this team could be super duper dangerous under this scenario. And 9 times out of 10, NBA probably not going to even let us get that high. We're going to have the 5th, 6th, 7th pick. But if we get the number 1 pick, it's no doubt in my mind. I love Cade Cunningham. I love Jalen Suggs. If we get 3rd, we get one of them, it's not really bad. But if we can get this kid who can just score and get up and down, this team going to be fun. And they may not win right now, but this team is going to be a joy to watch. Killian stay healthy. He get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more, how can I say, he get a little bit more confident. Then run up and down the court with Jalen Green is the perfect thing ever. That's gonna be a beautiful marriage. Killian and Jalen Green. And when Jalen Green lock in defensively and they able to get him to develop defensively, that's gonna be a bad backcourt. If Killian is what y'all say he is. Then you got Jeremy Grant. I mean, that's beautiful. Sadiq Bey. If Stewart can go anywhere near Ben Wallace, it's gonna be a dangerous team. But guess what? This team as built, they're gonna have to make some moves. You know, everybody that's here right now is gonna be here next year with this team. Not gonna be there. You know, just think about Kevin Porter, him going to Houston, and you know, if he could really develop, that's a guy that could have, but he had a lot of issues, you know, coming in the game. But you know, Jalen Green kind of give you the redemption of not getting Darius Bazley, not getting Kevin Porter. He kind of get that to you. He kind of give you that score. But he's a little bit taller and rangier than Kevin Porter, but he give you that effortless score. That's what Detroit need. We never had, Adrian Dantley. Excuse me, we never had that, man. And we had Adrian Dantley. You had guys that can get buckets. Vinny Johnson. I mean, Adrian Dantley is the one guy I can really remember that you can get his own bucket. And just be a killer. We really didn't have that. Grant Hill was more of a passive guy. Isaiah Thomas was, he can score, he can kill you, but we're talking about guys like Bernard King, Michael Jordan, that just, Carmelo Anthony, their main thing is to go out there and drop 30, 40, 50 on you. We just ain't had that, and I think Jalen Green will provide that, man. I think he would provide a guy that you can count on to get at least 20 points tonight. Then you got the second scorer, Jeremy Grant, who you can depend on now. He can give you 20 points tonight. When Jalen Green can't give you 20 or he has struggled, he can step up. Then you got Bey, another guy that's capable of getting you 20 points tonight, and that can really shoot it. And, you can post Bey up. You can post Green up. You can post Grant up. So you can post Killian up on smaller guards or just average size guards. So the Pistons are in a position that it can turn around. At least the turnaround could be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more entertaining to watch. If you get Jalen Green, you got to worry about Killian Hayes he ain't got to be aggressive. Jalen Green gonna come in and take shots. Jeremy Grant gonna come in and fit in. But the thing is, you got 6'5", 6'6" in the backcourts. Bey about 6'7", 6'8", excuse me. Grant about 6'9". You got a long team. Stewart is kind of undersized, but okay. We seen Grant play bigger than Ben play bigger than his size. But the one thing you look at that team about length, especially if you get someone like Savitas and DeBoyer, now you can compete with Milwaukee. Now you got the length Milwaukee got. All they got to do is get those young guys to buy in to team defense and just develop. So, like I said before, Jalen Green is perfect to go with Killian Hayes. He is the perfect fit to go with Killian Hayes. He is the guy that you want, at least out the guys that I've seen. But you talking about Suggs and Cunningham, it's kind of redundant. It's kind of, repetitive. They all pass by nature. But Jalen Green, if it's some miracle out there and we can get the number 1 pick and Troy Weaver don't get Jalen Green, or if he do get somebody else and don't move Killian Hayes, we might as well just, if he have his Darko Milicic moment, we might as well just burn our Pistons jerseys and go be fans of another team. If he can't get this one right, unless something happen with his character or something like that, and he explained that. But Jalen Green, if his character is intact, he should be the pick. And I think this team will be exciting next year, and it's just about developing and then building depth. You'll be on the chase to be contenders in the East. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All my social media links subscription. Twitter's a fast way than Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313 in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you think about Jalen Green and being the best fit for Killian Hayes. Appreciate the little support. One time for the one time Mercy Sports Talk. Peace.